Okay, it's a little windy. I'm up at Timmins. I saw Furman, as a matter of fact, but this sister, she asked me, she came up, she said, "Are you Brother John?" You know, I recognized her because a few years ago, at one of the ministries here, she was playing the guitar. And I said, "Can I videotape you, hon?" And she said, "Sure." And she played some nice song. It's still on my YouTube and all. And she's given a great testimony. What's been going on? Now, you're kind of, the Lord kind of, I'm going to get out of the wind. The Lord kind of put you on a street ministry.
Just kind of wherever he goes, we go.
What's your name again?
I'm Laura. Pink Feather.
Laura.
LL Pink Feather. I got a YouTube channel.
Okay. What's the YouTube channel?
It's LL Pink Feather, Sing Eagle Sing.
Okay.
And it's kind of messed up. I got to fix all my playlists and everything. But I've got several songs. Go look at the playlists. And there's healing and there's messages that the Lord's given us. And the message that He's given me is from John. And I don't know how many of y'all have seen, the repetitive numbers, that whole phenomenon that was going on.
Yeah.
Everybody had questions from born again Christians to all different kinds of things that the Lord was calling.
As a matter of fact, I mentioned, before I turned the video on, she mentioned a mutual friend of mine, and his name is Don. And I told Laura, I said, we have another friend, Connie, and that's me on my videos, but she is also, Laura is into using the natural things that God has provided for healing and so forth. And I was telling Laura, so Sweet Pea or Connie, if you see this video, Connie watches them, I was going to say, contact Laura, through the videos.
Yeah.
It was a blessing. Let me
share real quick to finish up on that, the repetitive numbers. Look at the book of John.
It's hard.
Cool. And it's John 1:11.
Okay.
It says he came into his own, but his own received him not. John 2:22. But when he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered what he'd said.
Yeah.
And they believed the scriptures and the words that he said. And then John 3:33. Those who believe his testimony have sealed into their soul that God is true. And 4:44. And then 5:55. There's not one, but that's the hidden hand of grace. You go to 6:55 that says, Jesus said, "My body is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed." And then the 6:66 it says, "Many turned away and walked with him no more." Don't do that. Seal your heart. Believe his testimony. His word is true. Yeshua is Jesus. He's the issue of the words of life.
I teach a lot on John and quote a lot from John, but recently it just came to my mind. We call this, like in studying, it's called Agnus Dei. But Agnus Dei is in Latin for the term that John the Baptist uses in the Gospel of John to describe, behold, the Lamb of God.
Yes.
So in Latin it's called Agnus Dei, and there's like a famous song. But in that chapter, when I taught it this last year, John will actually refer to Jesus the first time. He says in that chapter, he says, "Behold the Lamb of God which taketh away the sins of the world."
Yes.
After the baptism of Jesus, in the same chapter of John, he then says, "Behold the Lamb of God." And he doesn't say that taketh away the sin of the world, because the baptism was a sign of the identification of Jesus dying. A lot of people wonder, why is the baptism of Jesus so important? See, he identified in death, dying for the sins of the world. We united with him in death, or risen again.
Yes.
And so the second confession, the Agnus Dei, he just says, "Behold the Lamb of God," because the sin is gone.
Yes.
And being you're already sharing on John, that came in.
See how he leads? Abba leads us that way. He's the breath of life. You say God is love. Well, the breath of life is love. And I like to say this. It's Yahweh, right? If we breathe in him, we will breathe out the way.
Amen.
The truth and the life is in him.
The word Yahweh,
the issue.
that's the name of God in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
And it comes from the occasion of Moses. God says, "Now I'm going to send you back. You're going to go into Egypt. Who shall I say sent me? I am that I am."
Yes.
That's Yahweh in the Hebrew.
Yeah. Can you imagine when he called Abraham?
Yeah.
It's the breath of life. So the breath of life is love.
Say hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
This is, do you know Andy?
I've seen you.
Okay, Andy's a good brother, friend of mine.
Yeah.
And this is sweet girl,
Laura.
She played the guitar like a couple years ago. I was with Cameron and some of the brothers.
I remember that.
Yes.
Bless his heart, man. He prayed with me and we got a miracle in 2 hours.
She was telling me that, yes, she knows Dawn. So I said,
You came over that way a little bit.
I saw, oh, look, they're praying. They're praying right over there.
Amen. Oh,
I saw, I saw Furman. He was here for a few minutes. You've seen Furman on my videos. I would have had him say a word, but I wasn't doing the video. With Laura. I like what you shared. What do you call that again? Going through the Gospel of John. What is that video
I would call it, well, he took me through the names of the prophets. You got Habakkuk, which means embrace, Yahuwah. And then you got Zephaniah, which is the secret, is Yahuwah, the secret. And then it goes on through all these prophets' names, and it says, embrace the secret celebration that Yahuwah remembers, and the messenger shall return as our hope and our consolation. And this is through the prophets' names. It says this, hallelujah. So I call the John 1:11 song the secret celebration. It's on my channel.
And your YouTube
It's
channel.
LL Pink Feather.
Feather.
Look up Secret Celebration along with that and you'll find it. Otherwise, I'm not computer savvy, so it's a mess.
That's a blessing.
We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, so we'll get it straightened out.
I'm not going to do any more news. I did like news earlier. I get mad when I do news updates. So this was a blessing, hopefully, for everybody.
Sure is. Thank you.
And I'm going to end it there. Go visit
Amen,
the
guys.
sister's site. I'm
Jesus
surprised
loves
she remembered me. Say a prayer for us.
Oh, Father. Oh, but Daddy, thank you so much for what you're doing. You're shining the light in Corpus Christi, that which I've prayed for so long. Oh, may the baptism come to this entire county. For we are the body of Christ, not the corpse. We are the body of Christ.
Risen
Reason.
pulses.
Woo!
With Christ.
Yes.
Yet I'm
Yet
dead
not
in
I
Christ,
that lives,
but I'm
Christ
living
who lives
because
within.
of Him. And so that's really the message of the gospel.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, my sister.
Ooh, bless you.
I'm glad, Andy. You want to say a quick
Baptism
word,
Saturday.
Andy? Any scripture that comes to your mind? She was quoting a lot from John.
Oh, I don't know. I would just say that there's nothing good in me except the Spirit of the living God that I allow to dwell in me. And I try to obey and try to follow. Being led by the Spirit, these are the true sons of God, children of God. Being led by the Spirit is different than just going out and doing your own thing. A lot of good things, it says in Matthew. Not everyone that says, Lord, Lord, will enter in, but those that do the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Many will say, Lord, didn't I do some many wonderful work?
Yeah.
Lay hands on sick. Did he ask him? Did he ask the Lord if he should go do that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Andy's favorite, one of his favorites, the song, God brings us into the desired haven.
oh,
Yes.
Psalms 107.
Yes, sir.
Because they rebelled against the word of God and contemned the counsel of the multitude, they were brought down to the ground, and there was none to help.
Yes.
But then in their distresses and pride in the Lord, he delivered them to their desire of haven. Oh, that men would praise the Lord for his wonderful works of the children of Israel. And then it goes on to about 3 or 4 different other scenarios. Psalm 107, and at the very end of it says, and whosoever reads it and understands it shall understand the loving kindness and the patience of the Lord. He allows us to go our own way and read the Lord stuff. The Lord will eventually cry out to him and ask for his direction instead of our own. Because our own is a way that leads to death.
Yeah.
There's a way that's provided in the man and the enemies thereof of death.
Death
To
is
give
the
to God's
road.
eternal life.
Yeah.
Death is the road
Amen.
that leads to it. Death is the road that we
Pick up
enter.
your cross and
right.
follow
Death is the
me,
needle
he
that we
said.
push that camel through.
Don't go your
We
own
are
way.
the other side of that needle because we forgot. That's how inside out we were. When we pushed ourselves and got pushed through. And those that just didn't want to do, that stuck around and became gods, well, let them be gods. 'Cause I'm man. You hear? I am avowed a man. That means I am the covenant that lives as the covenant. And those things that were gods must be lesser because they want
Okay.
to be man.
He's
And
quoting
they don't
from
even know about
The scripture.
whoa, whoa,
Easier for
oh
a camel to
man.
higher than you.
Hallelujah. There is one.
Okay, I'm going to end it because I didn't go too long.
Amen, guys.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you.
It's a blessing. I'm
Bless
glad
Corpus
she knows.
Christi, the body of Christ.
Okay, this will be, I might make this a teaching post for the next week, possibly, but I'm going to, God bless everybody.